Good morning, everyone. This is Ann Craig. I'm the director at the Illinois State Library. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this session that we hope will help you understand about our ILEAD U program. ILEAD U stands for Illinois Librarians Explore, Apply, and Discover. We are hopeful that by the end of today, or the end of this webinar, you will all be filling out your applications and sending them in for our program that kicks off in 2014. And of course, I welcome you on behalf of our Secretary of State and State Librarian, Jessie White. And today we will talk a little bit about what is ILEAD U? What's this program all about? What did we design it to do? What you should expect if you come to this program? Who will attend? We'll walk you through filling out the applications and, of course, take any questions that you may have. We're really excited to talk to each and every one of you. So, Gwen, let's talk a little bit about what is ILEAD U, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Okay.
Should I click on the next one?
Sure.
Okay. As it is explained in this slide, ILEAD U is a leadership and technology training program. It is our expectation that our teams will come together. They will come together over a shared community need. They will work with a mentor. They will work with our instructors, and they will go through a sustained immersion learning experience. The point of this program is that we have designed a program that will enable our librarians and our library employees to work with their communities and to create a solution to their perceived community problem using technology, undergirding and supporting their experience.
And Gwen, these folks don't have to be librarians. It's anybody who works in an Illinois library, right?
Exactly. You do not have to be a librarian. You have to be employed at an Illinois library, but you do not have to be a librarian to be a part of this experience, which really makes it an awesome experience. It's a good time for any of those folks that are interested in gathering some leadership skills and learning about some great technologies and in the end making their communities better.
And we call it a sustained immersion program because they come together in person 3 times over the course of 9 months.
Exactly.
And in between those 3 in-person sessions, during those 2 interim periods, they also have online learning experiences.
Exactly. We really try to support our teams as much as possible by our mentors, by our instructors. We avail ourselves, it seems like when we're in the midst of this experience 24/7 to our team members. We have lots of surveys that go out. We try to respond to the questions and the suggestions from our teams and from our mentors and from our instructors. It's a very robust time, and we try to make it as rich as possible for everybody that's involved. Okay. Are there any questions at this point?
And for questions, they can use the chat.
Right. Or you can talk to us.
Okay.
So Ann just explained, this is what you need to expect. We will meet 3 times in person in Springfield, Illinois, at the University of Illinois Springfield campus. The dates of our in-person sessions are March 24th through the 27th, June 23rd through June 26th, and finally October 27th through October 30th. So we have these 3 definite times planned for us all to come together and work together. When we're not working together here in Springfield, there are also expectations that you will work with your team and with your mentor and with the instructors during that interim period. Oftentimes, our teams will say, hey, we're interested in learning about XYZ, And we will try to work with our instructors and even go beyond our instructors if the expertise is not there to try to meet the needs of our teams. Another expectation is that you will, after you have created your program, that you go back and you present to your coworkers what your experience has been about, what your project is about. We also want you to work closely with a user representative, and this is someone that we expect you to have on your application as a member of a team, that as you're going along through your process, you can bounce off of this person what you're doing, what you're thinking, and how you guys are proposing as a team to address your community need. And then finally, at our October session, you will be expected with your team to do a final presentation, which is a summary of what you've been doing, but more importantly, we hope that you have some kind of product that you can share with us about concerning your experience in the project that you guys came together as a team for in the first place.
So Gwen, this is a fairly intense 9-month period. And
it is.
But what we've heard from the participants who've been in the previous 3 cohorts is that it's a really transformative, enriching, wonderful experience that has really helped them to evolve personally and professionally. And, you know, it's worth it, is what we hear again and again and again.
That's been one of the unexpected benefits of this program. Many of our iLeaders have gone on to, they've went on to new jobs, they've been promoted on their current positions, they've taken their projects that they were working on and they've expanded them. Some have even went back to IMLS and applied for additional funding and have received grants to further their projects. There's just been a lot of unexpected benefits of this leadership program that I did not anticipate in the beginning.
And
but it has unfolded, so it has been a win-win for everybody.
And it doesn't cost the participants anything other than their travel to and from Springfield, Illinois.
Exactly.
In fact, each team is given a small grant for equipment or software needs.
Exactly. A $4,000 equipment grant will be supplied to each team to help them further their projects and help them to get the work done. So, but more about that later after you guys get on board with us. Is there anything else? Sandy, did you want to add anything? Okay.
So, Gwen, every year we have a different mix of people, and we know already some of the participants in our 2014 cohort.
We do. So this year we're going to have about 10 to 12 staff members from other state libraries come in and join us, and basically they're going to be looking over our shoulders, seeing how we make this program happen, with the hopes of them taking it back to their states and putting on an ILEAD U experience as well. This year as well, Carly will have 2 or 3 teams that will be joining us specifically to work towards some things that they would hope to gain from the academic side of our world. And then, of course, we'll have our multi-type library teams that will be joining us as well. So it's going to be robust. There's going to be a lot of energy in the room and a lot of excitement and a lot of dynamics, and we're looking forward to it. Okay. And now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. We're going to go over the applications. We will first of all review the team application and the individual application. We'll talk a little bit about your user representative and what that means, and another important piece of the team application, and as well as the mentor and the instructor application, if it applies, as we need a commitment from your governing authority. And then we'll explain and explore the mentor application as well as the instructor app. Are there any questions? And if not, we're going to go ahead and get started.
It's like magic.
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to go back to the beginning. Okay, so you guys, you see all of this gobbledygook here? It's very important, but we're not going to go through all of this, okay?
We have a question. Do you match individuals with teams?
Yes, well, we don't do it, but what we have available to you on our Web Junction website is an opportunity for you to put your name in the hat, and it's up and it's available now, and you can put your name and your contact information and your perceived community need, and then Sandra will coordinate all of these folks and then send in a joint email and say, hey, these are the folks that are interested in being on a team, and then it will be up to you to see if you guys actually can come together and work together on a project.
We've had, what, 3 teams?
Yes.
That actually formed as a result of just putting their name in the hat and saying, hey, I need a team, match.com, help me.
Exactly. Surprisingly, it has worked out.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised when
They
these
were
kinds
really
of
good
teams come
teams.
together, and one of these teams actually went on to get a Sparks grant, another IMLS grant, to further their project. So it does work, and that opportunity is available to you. But that's a good question. Very good question. So we'll go ahead and we'll start examining the project team application. This is the second page of the application, and on the first page, step 1, it's just a series of boxes that we expect you guys to click to indicate to you, first of all, that you've got all of the pieces of the puzzle together. We will also expect, again, it's just a checklist. Just go through, check the boxes, make sure you've got all the pieces there. In the end, we would like you to submit this by email, if possible, to Jill Heffernan at the Illinois State Library, and here is her email address right there. Some of you guys will prefer to submit your application by mail, and that's okay. You can put it on a DVD or a thumb drive, but you just need to send the complete package to the State Library as given in these instructions here and up here. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact myself or Sandra Fritz, and even Ann, because it's her brainchild as well if you have any questions. The applications are due by December 20th, and we hope to have everyone notified by email January 31st.
We have a question that says, the website says the application must be submitted by December 12th.
Are they talking about the application, or is that what they're talking about?
Well, that's a typo. It's December 20th,
It's December 20th.
okay?
Okay.
We'll get that changed.
Where is she getting the 12?
She's at the ILEAD USA page and not
Okay,
ILEAD
all right.
U.
Okay.
So John, you're at the ILEAD USA page and not the ILEAD U page. So I hope that explains it.
Those were our applications from last year, Gwen?
Yes,
Is that what you mean?
that's right.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
The applications for this year, it's December 20.
Yeah.
Sorry, that is confusing.
It is. It is. Okay. So let me explain a little bit about this page. It is our expectation that that there will be one person that will be in charge of collating all of the pieces of the puzzle. So it is my hopes that someone on your team will take the lead. You guys can come up with a project team name. Many of the teams, once they get together, they do change their team names, come up with something, put it here, and then it is our hopes that whoever is the lead of this team would put their name right here, team member number 1, and then the rest of the team member names would go here. And then you would affix your electronic signature and the date. And there's more check boxes here that we expect you guys to check off. And there's also additional information here concerning the expectations from our Carly teams as well.
And we've worked very closely with Carly on crafting this application so that it meets the needs that they're trying to satisfy and gives us the information we need for these applications.
Exactly, and I do believe Margaret's on this webinar as well. Hi to Margaret.
About 5 team members.
Is it required that there be 5 team members? Yes, Eric. We want you to have 5 team members at the beginning of this program. life has happened, and some of our teams have whittled down to 2 or 3 members, and at the beginning, we really, really want you to work hard to try to get 5 members on your team. Is that right? Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. All righty, page 4.
The majority of the teams cross the finish line with 5 teams. I mean, we've only
They
had a
do.
few where people have dropped out.
Right,
So I
right,
don't want you to think
right.
this is a hazing. It's not.
Right. Okay. So right here, we are asking that you attach a statement of need, that you tell us succinctly what it is and why you guys are coming together. And here we tell you, tell us what your community need is, include a description of your team members and the qualities that each member brings to the team, et cetera, et cetera. Just try to answer this as much as you, make this as complete as you possibly can. If you can include census data, that would be really, really wonderful. But please try to, the point of this, if you're the main applicant, we would like you to try to bring all of your team members' experiences and the uniqueness to this point of the application. That's really, really important, especially for our folks that will be reviewing these applications and making recommendations as to who's going to be with us in 2014. And we've given you an additional page for that as well. Again, here are the dates. We also expect you guys to get together at least 5 times virtually or in person for an experience that we call intercession. And basically, this is a time for you guys to look at some CE that we'll be offering during 2014. Oftentimes our instructors or other folks will be doing CE type events, and we encourage you guys to partake in those things and also record, make a record, create a record of these intercession opportunities that you've attended.
And frequently, Gwen, when it becomes clear that a certain team needs an intercession CE program about a specific topic, we'll find an instructor that can present on that topic. So, we really, as Gwen said earlier, we do everything we can to make sure that the teams have the education, the information that they need to complete their team project.
We do. Again, if you're the main applicant, you would be, this is individual applicant agreement 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5, 5 of 5. This is what this is all about. Again, you put your project team name down, your name, and then there's a series of check boxes that we have asked that you check off or not check off, depending on if you're a Carly team or otherwise. We expect you guys to enclose the personal information form, and just, the rest of this stuff is pretty much explanatory. We will take care of your lodging and your meals here. So once you get here, you are in good hands. But your responsibility, again, as Ann said earlier, will be to get here and to get back home.
And we do feed you well.
Oh, very well. Very well. I'm all about hospitality.
We don't believe in continental breakfast.
No. If for any reason that you have to withdraw or miss a meeting, please notify us as soon as possible so that we're aware of this. And we will work with you. We will make appropriate arrangements. We will expect you to create an account on Web Junction, Illinois. And again, sign up for e-news if you're not already subscribed to e-news. And then again, check off the rest of these boxes concerning presenting to your staff, to the folks that you work with, and giving us the permissions that we need in order to conduct our business as well. It's going to be really, really important too that the Seed and Grow video. Yeah, okay. Let's go back up to number T, and I'm going to let Ann talk about this because this is her brainchild. The Seed and Grow video that will be expected at the end of ILEAD U in October.
At the end of each cohort, after this 9-month period where teams have come together and they've put together this project and they have their final presentation and we see what they've been working on for the last 9 months, we've not really had a way to capture or crystallize what that team has been, their experience was to get to that final moment when the product was finished. And so this coming cohort in 2014, we will be asking each team to produce a video that and this is like a 5 to 10 minute video that briefly describes what their product was, what the community need is that they were attempting to address, how their product satisfies or helps to satisfy that need, what their team experience was as they went through developing their idea, and everything from embryo to completion, so that if another library, and it could be anywhere, I suppose, wants to replicate what they've done with their project, they can at least get a sense of what the product is, what they were trying to do, and in turn get in touch with or at least find out more information about how to do just that, how to make a copy, or how to at least start down the road of reproducing this product. This idea of sort of the period at the end of the sentence comes to us because after the last 3 cohorts, we've heard, well, what happened to that project? How would we do something like that? And not that the video would give the whole story, but it would at least give enough so that anyone interested could come back to that team or a representative from that team and get more information. So it's really it's meant to help people understand how this, whatever this is, could be done.
Exactly. It's a connecting document, in my opinion. It connects the experience to folks that might be interested in doing it otherwise. Okay. Another piece of the puzzle is this photograph and video release. We take a lot of pictures, do a lot of videotaping, and this is our formal agreement that we will need to have signed by all of those folks that want to be a part of our experience in 2014. So please don't ignore this document. Again, we'll ask you for the individual applicant, and this will be really important for applicants 2 through 5, to talk specifically about their communities, the unserved, the underserved, include census data, and again, answer this question: describe an occasion when you formed a connection with another organization to creatively meet a need in your community or your constituent group. And we've given you a couple of pages to do just that. Another piece of the puzzle is every team member will be expected to have a community user representative, a user/patron, and we've tried to explain this repeatedly, what this means and who this person should be. But I think, as we've written here, this individual is someone that is uniquely affected by the perceived community need and will serve as an advisor, as a conduit for feedback about programs and services. So it's going to be somebody that's going to be interested in what you're doing, somebody that can give you an opinion, that can give you feedback, that can say, yay, I think you're on the mark, or perhaps you need to consider this. So be thoughtful about who this person should be. And also, as this process has unfolded, we have found that sometimes you guys get really, really ambitious and have asked for more than one community user rep, which is okay as well. Or as your project has changed, you've had to change community reps, that will be okay as well. Just keep us in the loop and keep us informed, and keep this part of your application updated. Is there anything else you want to add?
Well, I think people get confused about who this person should be, it's really, this person doesn't come to any meetings
No.
and they don't attend ILEAD U. It's really someone who can act as a mirror, someone who can look at what you're doing and give you some real grit about whether your project, whether your team is really, you're headed for the bullseye or not.
Exactly.
And in our experience, in some teams, this person has really been valuable in steering the team away from the rocks and
Exactly.
keeping them focused on, really accomplishing something that will really be on target and meaningful.
Exactly. So be thoughtful about who you select as your community user representative. And for Carly teams, they are not required to select a community user rep. I just wanted to add that as well. And then if you are from a media library, a school media center here in Illinois, and if you would like CPDUs, just please check that box and they will be made available to you.
And we've got a question, Wendy.
Oh,
These individual applicant pages within the team application, we will include 5 of these to represent each team member, correct?
are you referring to the community?
Good, just to say it.
Yes. Yes.
Each team member needs to complete a set,
An individual app,
an
Yes,
individual
yes.
app,
not a team app.
Not a team app.
There's
One
one
team
team
app.
app,
Yes.
but every person needs an individual app.
Right.
They probably didn't hear.
Tracy, do you understand?
One team application.
One
5
team application, and then an individual application for the other 4 applicants.
Is the team application one person's application?
Yes.
So then there's 4 more.
Yes, right. Okay, good. Okay, and then here's your personal information that we really need. So just, fill it out, complete it. We need, and that emergency contact information is very important and very vital. And then this is some optional information that we ask for as well. Please complete that. Because I want to explain, I want to stop here and explain. We have hired an evaluator of this program, and this evaluator from the University of Illinois, they look at all of this data. They send out 2 or 3 evaluations asking you guys to give us some feedback on how we're doing and if we're making the mark. And in the end, he compiles all of this information and gives it back to us. So it's really important that, although this may seem weird, he looks at all of this stuff and is able to draw some correlations. So just hang in there with us.
And make a note about the surveys that we ask them.
At the surveys that the University of Illinois conducts for us, we really need you guys to respond to the surveys and answer them as quickly as possible so that our evaluator can get his work done. Okay, and then finally, we have a letter of commitment from your governing authority. This is typically your supervisor, your boss, the director of your library, and we ask that they also sign off, and so that we know that they know that you're involved in this experience, that it's very extensive, and it's going to be important that you have their support. So we ask that this piece of the puzzle is signed as well. Are there any questions thus far about the team application and the individual application?
For school librarians, should this be the principal or the superintendent?
Jennifer, I would say that it's whomever you deem is your supervisor, and I think you would be the best judge of that.
Who needs to know that you're going to be out of the building for 3 in-person sessions, each lasting 3 days, and
Right.
you're going to need to work during the intersessions on your team project as well as independently. whoever would need to know that should sign this.
Right. Does that help, Jennifer? Just let us know.
Okay.
Okay. All righty. Again, I'm just going to quickly just look at the individual application. And this will be the part of the application that team members 2 through 5 will complete. And it's the same information that was in the fuller application, but again, we'll just ask that team members 2 through 5 complete this as well. And then give it to team member number 1 to send the complete app to us. And I'm not
Same
gonna,
stuff.
it's the same stuff.
Yep.
It's the same stuff. Alrighty. Okay, now I'm gonna go back up here.
And Gwen, you said that site where people who are looking for a team can put their name, it's already up and active?
It is.
Okay.
It's up. Did you include it already?
I sent it in
Okay.
the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, it's in the chat box.
Great.
Okay.
Or I gave my email, they can contact me email.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, if you can't find it, just give Sandy or Gwen a holler, or me.
Okay. And then here's the application for our mentors. Again, we kind of talk about the kind of expertises that we're looking for. Go ahead.
These don't have to be techie people either,
No,
Gwen.
they do not. No, they do not. No. You want to say more?
Well, just mentors are just people who can help a team
Move
focus,
forward, yes.
move forward,
Right.
reach the finish line.
Exactly.
If you're interested in being a mentor, we
Please apply.
encourage you to apply.
We have found that mentors are critical. Good mentors, strong, well-rounded mentors are critical to team success. So this is a very pivotal, important role in ILEAD U. So if you think you've got the right stuff, please apply. Please apply. Again, it's the same mailing assembly checklist with a series of checkoff boxes. The applications are due by the 20th, and notification will be by email by the 31st of January. Again, the same series of checkoff boxes. And then Q here, we ask that you explain to us why you think you would be an effective mentor in 200 words or less. Attach your electronic signature and the date. And let's move on forward through the application. Here is that photo and video release form that we ask you to complete, the personal information form, the optional information, and then we ask for a brief one-page resume, and we really, really emphasize brief. And again, we need commitment from your governing authority, and this ends the mentor application. It's very simple, very direct, and we hope that somebody takes advantage of this and wants to come on board and be a mentor.
Lots of somebody.
Yes, exactly. And now,
Registering their own mentors, correct?
yes, Carly will be responsible for their own mentors. And then finally, we're going to look at the instructor app.
So Gwen, I walk into the room at ILEAD U, my first day. I've never been to a session before. And seated around each of the tables, I would see a team of 5, right?
Yes.
And what else?
A mentor.
A mentor sitting with their team.
Yep, and we ask that our instructors intersperse with the teams as well.
Mm-hmm.
There will be laptops, there will be snacks. There will be a binder with the itinerary and other information that's necessary for you to navigate your ILEAD U experience here in Springfield. Let's see, and then the day begins typically with Ann getting everybody jazzed up. Andrew Bullen will be there. He will be our Masters of Ceremony. He will explain the lay of the land, let people know what the expectations are for that day and for the week. and we're off to the races with sessions, with discussions, hands-on activities. When we meet in March, typically one of the big experiences for our teams is that they have to create a video that basically says, hey, this is what we think we're going to do, and this is how we're going to achieve it. So we start our teams off quickly, getting together, gelling, and working on a task. And we think that it works. We think that it's an activity that makes a difference for the teams. It helps the teams to build, discover the strengths of their team members, and it's been a win-win situation for us. Yeah. Okay, so.
And there's a survey, which is important, daily survey.
And my colleague Sandra reminded me that every day we do surveys and we ask questions, how we're doing, what do we need to do differently, and we respond to those surveys. We make changes. We're very nimble. You know, if you guys are telling us that something's not working, we try to respond at ASAP. We try to make it happen for you. So in terms of our instructors, we talk a little bit about the technology tools that our team members may be introduced to, and we've just got it outlined here. We talk a little bit about the instructor's role and the personal support that will be provided to them through this grant opportunity. Go ahead, Ann wants to talk.
No, I should say these are typically techie people.
Yes, they typically are techie people.
They have specialized knowledge.
Yes, they do. And expertises that they bring to the table.
And as Gwen mentioned before, if we identify, or the teams identify for us, a special need that they have for a very specific kind of training, Gwen's been great about going out and finding instructors who can teach about whatever, you know.
Yes, and oftentimes if the expertise is not within the ranks of our instructor corps, you know, we'll pose the question to them, hey, who else can we tap into? We've even asked our team members, do you guys know somebody that could address this need? And we've not had a problem finding somebody to address the things, the issues that the teams have told us they would like to see someone speak on. So we've been pretty successful at that. We talk a little bit about the desired outcomes and expected results, and learning outcomes as well. And then again, we have the mailing assembly checklist that we expect everybody to check off on. This is just to help you stay on target, to make sure that you've got all of the pieces of the puzzle together. Again, here is a more checklist. Here is the photograph and video release form. And again, we ask for another brief one-page resume, a personal statement from our instructors, personal information form we'd like them to fill out, as well as the optional information. And then again, we need a letter of commitment from their governing authority. And this basically ends our discussion about our applications. Okay, so do you have any questions?
And just while people are thinking about questions, a word about our instructors. We have had some phenomenal instructors, people who teach everything from how to come together as an organization, to how to design websites for the blind and visually impaired, to we had the editor from Make magazine talk about maker spaces. We've had wonderful instructors talking about copyright and video editing and database creation and Drupal and WordPress and um,
The list goes on and
making
on and
robots
on.
and
Yeah.
I mean, we've had just some really fabulous instructors, and I think that it's that variety of different perspectives and different talents and different expertise. It's really, really a very transformative experience we found for many of our attendees. And I see you have questions.
Yeah, okay. So I'm trying to go back up in here.
Yeah.
Okay. All righty, see. So can you tell us about some of the projects completed before? As Ann was talking earlier about some of the courses that we've offered, it jogged my memory about some of the projects that have been completed before. Let's see here. We've had teams come together. For example, one of our older teams, and it's the one that always comes to mind, was the Lincoln Logs up in Northern Illinois. They were a series of law librarians that came together to basically create a portal that would drive their law students to all of these wonderful legal resources that they had applied a lot of money towards. They had found that oftentimes the legal students weren't coming to them and to their great resources for their research. So they created a portal that was to help drive their law students towards all of these great resources, and they met with success. Go ahead.
Well, one that we just had was the Chicago Public Library team that was producing video chronicles of each of its neighborhood libraries.
Yes.
And that was a really compelling project, one that really brought in the community. And the one in Northwest Illinois, where there's a lot of unemployment, or at least a couple of years ago when we had this team, there was so much unemployment. They did a whole suite of services, including how to use technology to not only find and create employment opportunities, but also how the library could help you in your small business use technology. It was a very powerful project because people in the community responded so positively to it.
That's true.
And I'm sorry,
That's true.
I know I interrupted
Well,
you.
there's just been a multitude of projects in the last 2 or 3 years that people have done. Another one, we've had a couple of makerspace teams that have come in, and they've put their own spin on the whole makerspace world.
We did that game in Jacksonville.
The Mineville, or
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Someone created a Minecraft game for incoming freshmen
Exactly.
about the library that was really cool.
It was cool.
Oh,
Lot
it
of
was
work.
A lot
of work.
And then the one where a bunch of libraries in a discrete geographic area came together to build an app that would help teens find programming.
Exactly.
And it wasn't just an app, it was other web services, but that would help teens find programming that they would be interested in area organizations and area libraries. That was a really wonderful project as well.
It was. So I hope we answered that question. And then I want to go back and look at one. Let's see here.
I think go down a
Go
pinch.
down. Okay. So we've totally told you, Mary Jo, a little bit about some of the projects that have been completed before. And then, John, do all team members have to be full-time librarians? No. No.
Just library staff from Illinois libraries.
Right, team members just employed by an Illinois library.
Mhm.
So librarian is not necessary.
And Margaret answered Rachel's question.
Okay. All
Margaret
right. Margaret
answered.
answered Rachel's
Margaret
question.
She answered hers.
Okay. Would one person be responsible for the team application, or all 5 team members work on this together? You know, I would say it depends on the dynamic of the group. We have found that if you have one person that is going to be the conduit for all of the pieces of the puzzle to come to, that would probably work for you. or if you guys want to come together and jointly work together on the team at one point in time, that would be fine too, but we're not going to script that for you. We're not going to do that.
We know those applications have been completed at the Denny's and bars. I think that it just depends how you want to work with the other people on your team.
We really don't care. We just want the applications done, and we try to make it as easy as possible so that you guys can get together and put all the pieces of the puzzle together and send us a great application package. So I hope that answers your question, Erica. Are these instructors available during the 3 on-site sessions or when?
Yes, and in between if you need them.
Yes.
Hi, Judith. Yeah, the instructors are there, absolutely. And they are sitting with the teams. They rotate among the teams.
They do.
Your mentors don't. They stick with you.
Right.
And as Sandy just said, they have office hours, and we will find instructors if there are topics that we can't cover, that our instructors don't know how to cover. So
Exactly. Are there more questions? Okay, Margaret, answer that one. Okay, thanks, Margaret. Is there a list of webpage list?
YouTube channel.
Okay.
Is there a page that lists their projects?
I don't think so. We don't have a page that lists their projects, but we do have the YouTube channel with their projects outlined on them.
And this is one of the reasons that we're doing that Seed and Grow video, is so that we do have at least a video diary or a single place where there is a video diary that encapsulates each of the team's projects.
Exactly.
It's shorter than a 30-minute presentation.
Exactly.
Are there more, Gwen?
There's a YouTube. Okay. Are there any more questions?
Might be.
Tracy, I see that you're typing.
It's on the website.
What is the link for the list of people who want to be on an ILEAD
I
team?
sent the link again. It just started today.
Okay.
That link just became active today.
The link just became active today, and
Just send Sandy an email,
yes.
Sharon.
Right, send her and she'll send you the link. It's on the ILEAD U page that needs to be worked on. We're working on it. We're trying to get it straightened out. But there is a spot on there, looking for a team, and you click on there, and then you'll complete this SurveyMonkey survey, and your name is in the hat. So it's there. Okay, here's our contact information. We have archived, we've recorded this, and we're going to archive this webinar for you. My name, Sandra's, and for Carly teams, please contact Margaret with your specific questions as well.
Is there anything more below that?
Tell them there's a Facebook link on the Web Junction page that will take them, and there are project descriptions there.
Okay.
Or they'll be able to see things on those Facebook pages.
Okay. There is a Facebook link that will take you to our team projects and a description of what they've done as well. That's on our ILEAD U page.
And look at ILEAD USA too.
And look at the ILEAD USA page as well. That's the most current information that we have on what our teams did last year.
The reason we had 1 year where we named it ILEAD USA is because we had a grant from IMLS to extend the project to 4 other state libraries. So we had Utah, Iowa, Ohio, and Iowa, and Colorado participating with us in 2013.
We did. Okay. Okay. So we're just trying to. What's the YouTube channel name? Tracy, send us an email.
ILEAD U project.
And we'll send you the link. We'll send you the link.
She types ILEAD U.
We do
USA
believe.
Channel, ILEAD U channel.
We think if you type in ILEAD U or ILEAD U SA channel that you can find our presence
The ILEAD USA
on
videos
YouTube.
there's only one of them.
Sorry, the survey gets me to the place to join. I have a team. I'm trying to fill a vacancy. Okay. All righty.
Well, Sharon, maybe then the answer is to wait until we have some folks who are looking for teams to join, and we'll be sure to put them in touch with you.
It just linked up today, and the word hasn't really gone out.
And yes, Catherine, applicants will absolutely receive, whether you're applying as a team member, a mentor, or an instructor, we will respond to everyone who applies that we've received their application packet.
Okay. And Prudham has inserted the YouTube link. Thank you.
That's on the junction page too.
Okay.
Oh, there's a link to the YouTube channel from the Web Junction page.
Okay. Are there any other questions? This was really good. You guys are thinking about this. Oh, here's the URL to our Web Junction page right here. Should I go out to it? Will it take me there? Can they see it?
No, they can't.
They can't see it?
No.
Can't see it now?
No.
Okay, we won't do that. All right, Sandra, how do I get back?
I don't know, I think you got booted out.
Did I get booted out?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's this here?
Reduce it.
Here it is. Okay, we're back. Sorry. Okay, anyway, here is our ILEAD U page, please.
There's a question.
Okay. Yes, it will be. It will be available for others to see. We will put the recording on our ILEAD U page.
All right.
I think this does it. Thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar, and we're looking forward to your applications and your continued questions.
If you have any other questions, just tap
If you have any other questions, just let
me.
us know, okay?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, all righty, Catherine. Have a great day, everybody. Go here.